I'm at 3706 Drake Avenue, doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. We're looking for any structural issues, root intrusion, anything that may be of concern to the buyer. We'll be going in through the rearmost stack. Looks like a 4-inch clean out, and it comes down into a Y before it goes into the ground. There's also a stack over in the over next to the dryer, and so if we're unable to get through this, if it is trapped or something, this may be a downspout, then we'll move over to that. But we will stop and make note of anything we feel is necessary. See, that is the front of the building, laundry, and there is the back door. Based off the age of the house, it should go into clay once we get out of this stack, and there you go. See, there's a little bit of debris here, and this may be a downspout. It does look like, but you have to look. I know there's a rear bathroom, so this is a multi-family. It's not trapped, so it may not be a downspout. There's just a lot of debris here, but there's also a kitchen line, I believe, right here. So that could be it. It's nothing major. It's just a collection of debris right at the base of the stack. It looked like food and stuff like that. So we'll try to run some water and see if it flushes this out. Looks like we're going to wire in. This would be the main line going out. That's a little piece hanging off there. It's not affecting the flow at all. So far, the clay looks really good. Tight joints. The camera lens is only about a ½ inch off the bottom, so there's not even any standing water or anything that's enough to cause any concern. Have a little bit of roots coming in here at about 48 feet. Nothing in the flow line. It's not affecting the flow at this time, but something to monitor. Patching coming through at a joint. Now this line looks really good. It should just about be at the main. Okay, so we have something coming in there to the right. I'm going to go out and check that. This could be a shared tap. It is Saturday, so I wouldn't be able to call MSD to get a map on this, but this very well could be a shared tap based off of, looks like what I'm seeing here. It's like a connection coming in from the right, so when I pull back, I will stop and get a locate here to try to see where this is in relation to the property line. There's discoloration there, nothing to worry about. Running the water in the background. Somebody flushed the toilet in the upstairs bathroom there. But we are all the way at the main. It's a little further than I expected. We're out 125 feet from the clean out. But everything looked really good. All the joints look nice and tight. We are going to run some water, like I mentioned earlier. Try to run some water in the sink at the base of the stack when we pull back. And then there was one spot with a little bit of roots. So we'll reference that in the report, but it's just something to be monitored. It's not affecting flow at this time. And that is normal for a house this age with this material. Having a little bit of roots in the line it's normal. Being that we were out 125 feet and that line coming in from the side, I believe was around 78 to 80 feet. Again, we'll stop and locate that on the way back, but it may be up closer to the property line than I had thought previously. On clay, you have a joint about every 3 feet, so there's a lot of sections like that, and all of these connections look really good. They're nice and tight. They don't even have much offset at all, even after being in the ground for 100 years. There we are, right there. You can see that's a finished edge. See it coming in right there. So I'm going to pause the video, get a locate, and try to see if we can confirm what this is. Okay, it does look like it's going over to 3710, which is, if you're looking at the house, is the house to the left. And it looks like it's time. There was the roots, and so I will locate this spot. Try to verify exactly where these roots are. Okay. We're going to pause again and get a locate. Okay, so finally got this figured out. We couldn't see it because it's all fenced in. I was getting some high signals in the front. So what's really going on is this line goes actually out the back. So it goes. I have to look to see what street that is. over there, behind Drake, but this line is actually going out the back and going over to, we're going to look that up to make sure I can verify it. Looks like it's going over to Drakewood. Could possibly be turning and going out to Wasson, but we'll be able to see that if you called the Metropolitan Sewer District tap records, they would be able to tell you that. They would have a map of the area and be able to tell you. It's not really a concern. Just good to know that the line does go out the back of the house. It does make a right, and so I believe it's actually going out to Wasson, and then maybe picking up another one of the houses, another one of the structures in the back. Looks like the bar goes out to Drake, and there's a clean out there, so that was tied into, but at any rate, they could have disconnected that at some time also. It could not be shared any longer. But it's just something to note that the line does go out the back, either to, Wasson, and that's why we were having trouble locating it, because it's all fenced in back there and we were too far out. So we're going to continue pulling back. Again, everything has looked really good. But the roots, these are just in the backyard, not far from the house, not far off the house. And so I am going to recommend that this just be, you can see it's not in the flow line, and that is the only spot I saw with root intrusion at this time. And so it is free flowing at the time of inspection, but this is something that will need to be maintained, and will need to be noted and maintenance from time to time. You just want to kind of watch over it and make sure, try to get an idea of how fast the roots are growing, so that you can maintain an open line. But other than that, everything in the main line looked wonderful. All this clay is in really good shape. And again, the roots and all that's all normal for this age and material of house. The roots are pretty normal. And as we come back up to this connection at the base of the stack here, I want to note that, like, this stuff, this looks like this is all debris, leaves, and there's a sink line that comes down this, and there's also a downspout. And so the downspout can help flush this stuff out, but it also can contribute, all this debris. It's probably partially the kitchen and partially the downspout that is causing this. But I think what I'm going to do is I'll just go ahead and pause the video, and we're going to run some water down the sink line and see if we can flush this out a little bit and see how well that does. Okay, so the we got the water run. The dishwasher's on too, but it hasn't done the rinse cycle yet apparently. But I'm just gonna see if we can get some of this to flush out of here is all. Heavy rain should take care of this because all these downspouts dumped into this, so it's not causing a backup or anything. But and this is only a downspout line and a kitchen sink. We are back to the stack and vertical. Okay. Okay, so we found out that the line does go out the rear, but everything, structurally the line looks great. You just there's a couple spots with a little bit of roots. They're not causing any backups now, but do need to be noted and maintained. I would recommend, checking on the lines or having a treatment or a cleaning done, sometime in the next like year or so, just to see what kind of condition the roots are in, and at least doing some preventative maintenance to try to keep them from getting worse. But the rest of the line looked great. Didn't see any structural issues. There's no not even really any majorly offset joints, and the stuff at the base of this stack should get flushed out with the next heavy rain. So that will end the inspection at 3706 Drake Avenue.